We need to get those stories preserved. We need to get other people hearing those stories.
When we look back at the civil rights movement in Arkansas, Little Rock Night immediately comes to mind. But Arkansas's impact goes even further than that. A popular podcast is documenting that history and how our state's U.S. Marshals helped usher in a new world for Black Americans. Andrew Epperson tells us about why the host of true crime podcast Chasing Evil says one Arkansas Marshal did just that, playing a big part in ending segregation in surrounding states.
That's right. Herschel Garner is a retired Chief Deputy U.S. Marshal of the Eastern District of the state. For the first time, he's publicly looking back at his role in protecting students in Louisiana and Mississippi. Garner says the work was scary, but it's had a ripple effect on Black Americans, including a man who now holds Garner's old job.
The integration of New Orleans public elementary schools marked a major focal point.
Chris Godsick hosts the true crime podcast Chasing Evil.
There's maybe no more natural-born storyteller than a U.S. Deputy Marshal.
Monday, he's in Little Rock.
Do you remember, was there a crowd?
Doing an episode about a former Arkansas Chief Deputy Marshal who played a huge role in the civil rights movement.
We need to get those stories preserved. We need to get other people hearing those stories.
Herschel Garner was in his early 20s when he was sent to New Orleans in 1960.
At the time, I didn't realize the historical significance of it.
The task? Escort 3 young black girls to McDonough 19 Elementary School, now known as the McDonough 3. These girls desegregated New Orleans schools.
We were going to pick up the girls and escort them into the school. I was proud of what I did. I enjoyed my work. It was necessary.
Garner later escorted James Meredith to class in Mississippi. Meredith, the first black student at Ole Miss.
Yes, sir.
This history directly led to Corey Harris deciding to join the Marshals. Now he holds the same position Garner once did.
Without those contributions and the ones who protected those who were making those contributions, I probably wouldn't be able to be here talking to you today in this role.
Godsick says documenting this history is important for future generations.
The Deputy Marshals put themselves at risk. They've demonstrated their courage, time and time again.
And Garner,
the crowd was held back across the street.
Says this shows the important role Arkansas played in a new reality for Black Americans, one that Arkansas students should learn.
So many people today don't know what was going on back 50, 60 years ago.
Now, the McDonough 3 and James Meredith stories will be in separate podcasts. You can find them wherever you listen, coming up in the next few weeks. Live in studio, Andrew Epperson, KARK 4 News.